Hi, everybody. So if you're watching this video, that means you're working on Unit 3, Capstone QPA. Hopefully by now you're doing this assignment because you either looked at your grades or you talked with your primary person and realized that you had to complete this to get a passing grade for Unit 3. Um, Another thing to note is that if you're working with me on the computer, make sure you have Google Classroom up so you can follow along. But if you also are just working offline and you have your packets, you can look at your packets as well. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and show you how you can find and what I'm expecting out of your Capstone QPA for this unit. All right, so you should be on Google Classroom, Math 1, Miss M. If you ever if you have any questions after this video, please contact me. I have all my info right here. And just a reminder, I do have live sessions Tuesdays and Thursdays where I can go over this QPA with you. But you want to go to classwork. So there's a couple of ways that you can get to Unit 3. The first way is you look at the left side and you click on Unit 3 Learning Bundle. And then that way you can see Mini QPA 1, Mini QPA 2, and the Capstone QPA all there. Another way you can do it is if you're just at the top, you can scroll down until you see Unit 3 and you click on what you want. And this one is for your Capstone QPA, so we can click on that button. You can say View Assignment, and then you can see your instructions, right? So the first thing that you want to do is watch this overview video. So good job on already doing step 1. And then the next thing you want to do is use the bundle map to see a step-by-step guide on how to complete this QPA. All right. So you should have set goals using this document with your primary person. So make sure you're responding to their calls and texts and really kind of taking advantage of this relationship so that you are doing your best and you can get all the help that you need. You only want to do this Unit 3 Capstone QPA if you did not complete this with Mastery in School. So this is not necessary if you already completed this, all right? You want to focus on completing Unit 5 if you haven't already. Unit 3 is only if you need to revise. Now, this bundle map is right here. If you click on bundle map, it looks like this. Unit 3 is about how to identify features of functions such as distance timeline graphs, linear graphs, and quadratic graphs, all right? If there's any words in blue, that means I linked in something that you can look at. Either it's notes, a video. It's basically a resource for you to use to kind of help you understand what I'm talking about. So if you're kind of confused on what those 3 things are, click on those links and then it'll give you a definition and some examples of what that is. In this Capstone QPA, I broke it down into 6 steps. There's only 2 parts, thankfully. So you want to focus on that. I kind of broke it down where I even really specifically ask you to look at your instructions because that's going to really make sure that you answer completely and fully. And that means that you will do well, basically, right? Once again, click on the blue words if you need any assistance and whatnot. The actual QPA looks like this. Right here, you should get your own copy and you're working on this document. Unit 3 Capstone QPA, the learning target is that you're going to be able to apply distance time graphs and linear or quadratic functions to real life situations by identifying key features. And here you can look at your content standards and your competency, which I will be grading you on. So for part 1, there is a graph that you should look at. And you're going to be answering number 1, basically writing your own story in this yellow box here. Make sure that you're going through the checklist. I basically outline what you're going to need in order to get a passing grade, okay? And some helpful questions for you to answer in your story is listed here. I do have a rubric here that I will be using to give feedback. Please don't edit it. Basically, I will be highlighting the components that you did do. Your focus should be wanting to get mastery, right? So make sure your story is complete. You include all 5 parts of the graph. You describe it correctly, and you're using math vocabulary, which is things like increasing, decreasing, constant speed, moving away, back, and then minutes and yards. For part 2, I have the description of the scenario right here. I have the table and the graph and a little drawing in case you weren't sure what this actually looks like. And you're going to be answering number 1 through 7. And That's basically it for the capstone. If you notice the second to last page, I did include some notes here for you to look at. These are the notes for part one, and these are the notes for part two. You can also click on this if you look at your instructions that are highlighted in green. If you click here and you click on bookmark, it takes you down to that page right away. Um, that's it for your capstone. Make sure you turn it in. If you do need a Spanish version, I do have Spanish versions right here that you can use to turn that in. But other than that, that's all I have for us today. Hopefully, you are doing well. And, stay safe. Good luck. Do your best. And if there's any other questions, contact me and whatnot. Thanks for watching.